All right, welcome back everybody. We're on another road trip. Right now we're heading up to basically central Ontario by Bancroft, Ontario. We have a short-term rental property with two really tricked out, amazing short-term rentals that are always booked at capacity. One of them is our tiny trailer, and we've had a team up there now that the spring is here to do all the landscaping and put in our Zen gardens. And we're gonna go up and check on the work. And I'm gonna take you on this journey with me because I wanna show you exactly what makes short-term rentals full. So these two properties I'm going to show you today in the show are literally booked to capacity. We're talking 97% occupied year round. And when you see them, you're going to understand exactly why that is. So let's go on a little journey. We got about another 45 minutes in the car and we'll take you on a tour.
Hey, my name's Ken Dunn, and I'm a real estate investor. I want to welcome you to the No Money Real Estate Podcast. On this show, I'm going to interview elite level real estate investors from all over North America. And I'm going to help you to see one thing that all successful real estate investors have in common. They built their portfolios without using a dime of their own money. I've got a portfolio of $300 million in real estate. That includes resorts, apartment buildings, commercial buildings, and I built the entire portfolio without using a dime of my own money. Real estate is a business that anybody can get into, but the strategies that those tight real estate investors use to build massive portfolios have been kept secret for decades. Now, because of this show, I'm going to reveal them to you. So let's get started.
All right, listen, we got about 15 minutes left before we get there, and I want to talk to you a little bit about why I do short-term rentals and why you should. Listen, you hear me talking a lot about why people should get into real estate investing, why anybody who has a dream to make more money in their life, to do more in their lives, should absolutely do this. But I also have some real strong beliefs about what somebody should do if they're just getting into real estate investing. First and foremost, my whole passion for helping people get into real estate investing came because of stuff I saw in the last federal government and how they were doling out money. And I think they were missing the mark in terms of where they were spending their money to try and solve the housing crisis. I think if we're gonna solve the housing crisis, absolutely we need more homes built. But we need to be looking at two things. We need to be looking at modular construction. So how can we build houses cheaper that are gonna sustain the winters and sustain the environment in Canada? But then the second part of this is we gotta get more people into real estate investing. And part of getting more people into real estate investing is the federal government has to, just absolutely has to figure out a way to get rid of all the red tape. So we're looking at building a subdivision just outside of Kingston with modular homes, affordable homes. And it's gonna take 2.5 to 3 years just to get through the permitting process and the site plan process and the reviews and the environmental reviews and all these things. And in the world of AI that we're in today, there's no reason for that. They should be able, the federal government should be able to reduce that red tape zone from 2 or 3 years to 2 or 3 months. They really should be able to do that. But then once we get through all that, there's still this learning curve that new people getting into real estate investing need to do. And so two paths that I always suggest people go down. Number one, house flipping. House flipping is great because you can flip a property and put an extra $50,000 to $100,000 in your bank account. Now, if you're watching this video right now, I guarantee you an extra 50 to 100 grand in your bank account right now would make a difference in your life, right? But while you're doing a house flip, you're gonna learn the 4 vital skills for successful real estate investing: finding undervalued properties, acquiring properties with other people's money, increasing the value of properties quickly through strategic renovations, and then exiting, which means selling or refinancing or whatever you're gonna do. The other way I think would be amazing and is amazing, and I've helped thousands of Canadians to do this, to get into real estate investing, is short-term rentals. Imagine owning your own beautiful lakeside cottage that is gorgeous and it's tricked out. It's got a beautiful little mini Nordic Spa in it, so your own hot tub, cold plunge and sauna, fire pit, granite all over the place, private little lakeside property enclave getaway for you. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you love that? I know you're saying, yeah, I'd love to do it, but I can't afford it. Well, so then that's where short-term rentals comes in. The first reason you're doing it is so that you can buy this cottage. Then what you do is once you've got it ready, you refinance it and you start renting it on an Airbnb. So these two short-term rentals I'm taking you up to today, each of these properties makes us 10 grand a month, covers all the expenses of the property and puts another 7,000 to 8,000 a month in our company's account. So imagine if you owned a cottage, you use it whenever you want, and when you're not using it, you rent it on Airbnb, and the money you make doing short-term rentals covers all the expenses, the mortgage, the property taxes, the maintenance, the Wi-Fi, like everything. And then on top of that, you put $3,000 to $5,000 in your bank account every month, extra cash. Now you got a cottage you can use with your family, create memories, put extra cash, and you're learning those 4 skills. You got to go out and find an undervalued, dilapidated cottage. You got to buy it with other people's money. You got to increase the value of it by doing renovations, turning it into a 4-season cottage. Then you refinance it, go to a credit union with your cottage. They'll give you a new mortgage. Now you're learning the same 4 skills. And that's what we're going to get in today. So we'll be there in about 10 minutes and I'll show you around the property. All right, welcome to the Fernwoods Escape. This is one of the most unique short-term rentals you're ever going to see. We're actually shut down right now. So we actually opened this up in the winter time. We finished putting the tiny home in place, setting it up. You can see the mini Nordic Spa over there. And it was all done probably in November and it was covered in snow. So we didn't get a chance to do the landscaping. But as you look around here now, you can see that our team, who just happens to be off today, is building a beautiful Zen garden around this entire area, and I'll walk you through it. But let me first take you into the property. Follow me. This is going to be a nice walking path along here, and then you can see the new deck that we've got in place. Now, we don't have guests here right now. We have it shut down, so let me just open this up. So come on in and check this out. This is the tiny home. Have a look. This whole house is only 140 square feet. And it is booked 100% of the time. We do not, when we have this open for bookings, we don't have a spare day because it's the ultimate couples retreat. Now, although it's small, it's decadent. So the bathroom you're in right now, if you want to turn around and take a closer look at it, that's a bidet. It's an electrically controlled bidet on the wall there. And then up to the right where you see that shower, that's also a steam shower. Very, very high end. This out here in the main area of the house, we have a central vac underneath here for cleaning up. Right here, and you can see everything about it. You look at fine finishings, fine countertop, fine finishings. Everything is completely fine in nature. And of course, there's the bed up there. There's actually 2 different ways to sleep in here. Now, you got to have the right personality to sleep up there because there's not really a lot of room to the head, but people love it. And then down here, we also have people that regularly sleep here on this bed. So we've got a full TV and everything in here. And then let's go take a look at the mini Nordic Spa. Now, remember I told you before I was going to show you exactly what makes these different and why our properties are all booking so much? Well, it's because of this. This is the mini Nordic Spa, and you've seen these at all of our properties. Hot tub, cold plunge, and sauna. Let's go for a little walk. So what you'll see when you're looking at this is the hot tub, the cold plunge. And if you take a look around the property right now, I'll bring you back here once it's finished. But this is the landscaping being done. So first of all, this lower area of the deck you see down here was just put in this property in the last week. In here is going to be a Zen garden area. So around the edge, we're putting more shrubbery and trees. So we're going to make this really private, and it's just going to be a flat stone area for people to hang out. And then if you look, all of the walk areas are all outlined with the string. So over there is where the fire pit is. There's a walkway to get to the fire pit from there. Way out in the end is going to be another Zen relaxation area. And the whole area is going to be surrounded by plants and trees to really make this special. So when people come, obviously that can only hold 2 people. So this is a couples retreat. That's the way it's designed. And it's going to be unbelievable. I'm really excited about the way this is coming together. This is the first time I've seen this decking in place. And it's beautiful. Now, here's the secret. I told you at the beginning of this show that I was going to tell you exactly why these places always booked at 95%. Can you see it now? it's the mini Nordic spas. So we have 8 different properties that have the exact same setup with the sauna right there, the exact same type of sauna, the hot tub and the cold plunge. Our guests expect this excellence, and that's what makes all the difference. So do yourself a favor, get into short-term rentals. It's a great way to make money and to provide a service to people. We get 5-star reviews on this property where people tell us their relationships have been completely revitalized because of a couple days here at the Fernwoods Escape.